Hello, my name is Leanne and I am a cinematographer specialising in wildlife and documentary filmmaking.
The weather is fine and conditions are ideal. The search for the Scottish wildcat
A cinematographer
continues.
is the head of department for the camera team. So on a traditional film set, they would have camera operators, camera assistants, etc. below them. In terms of documentary, you tend to be the camera team yourself. So this setup, for example, I would have to look after all of that myself. Normally you'd have a camera assistant looking after all your details on your screen over here, and your camera operator running the camera, and then you can, if you choose to, you can direct separately and make sure all the lighting and everything works. But cinematographer tends to shoot themselves as well. So when it comes to wildlife cinematography, a lot of the time you are on your own or in a very, very small team, and you tend to be in a hide in one place. So you wouldn't necessarily have a follow focus or anything like that set up, because you know where your focus marks are. You can say, okay, I know that I want the animal to come from this direction. You know, you marked out where the track is, for example. You know the time of the day roughly when they're coming. So you do have to understand how to operate the camera yourself. A lot of directors of photography in the traditional film industry, in Hollywood for example, have become quite distant. I think you do still get obviously some brilliant ones like Deakins and Chivo who do everything themselves. But there are some who tend to be a bit more of directors than directors of photography. I like to be quite hands-on with the camera. I've always grown up being around cameras, so I find it very difficult to separate myself from the camera. And with wildlife, I think that works quite well because I don't have to worry about that. I know what I'm doing with my camera work. I already have an idea in my head what I need to do. And a lot of it is all down to research, making sure you're in the right place at the right time, but it's also down to a lot of luck.
The weather is fine and conditions are ideal. The search for the Scottish wildcat continues. This area is known locally as one that the wildcat often frequents. The crew has been on the alert since early morning and the cameras are on standby. This is a waiting game.